Ever since it was revealed by Tom Henderson over at Insider Gaming, I haven't been able to stop thinking about the co-op mode for Assassin's Creed Shadows and what it could be like. I've already made a video and written an article speculating on how I think co-op will work, so I'll leave a link for those in the description if you want to check them out. But while I've been speculating about the co-op mode, it also got me thinking about Assassin's Creed multiplayer in general. I enjoyed the classic Assassin's Creed multiplayer back in the day, and we know there's at least 2 multiplayer projects in development. One is called Invictus, and we know once again, thanks to Tom Henderson, that it's going to take some inspiration from Fall Guys, which is a little bit weird, but it could be interesting. Maybe it's about like parkour races or has elements of classic Assassin's Creed multiplayer mixed in with Fall Guys style challenge maps, so that could be interesting. It's not exactly my cup of tea, but I'm open to the idea. The other project is codenamed Raid, and we know virtually nothing about that one. Based on the codename, it could be some other kind of co-op experience, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm also a big fan of asymmetric multiplayer, like Spies vs Mercs in Splinter Cell. I think it's hands down one of the best multiplayer modes in any game, and I'm devastated it's not playable on modern consoles. And while I was thinking about potential options for multiplayer modes in Assassin's Creed going forward, it got me thinking of how perfectly a Spies vs Mercs style mode would fit right into the setting of Shadows. Shinobi and Samurai are complete opposites in how they operate. You've got the tanky soldier with the first person view going up against the sneaky spy with smoke bombs who's able to climb. They could translate this design philosophy into the setting of Shadows using Naoe and Yasuke's gameplay as a basis for the Shinobi versus Samurai experience. So picture this scenario: you've got this giant Tenshu castle map. Inside there's a target that needs to be eliminated or an objective that needs to be captured. You've got 8 players split into 2 teams of 4. A group of shinobi that have access to Naoe's gameplay with her stealthy parkour, the grapple hook, kunai for range damage and shuriken for putting out lights, and fast but low damage weapons. Then you've got the samurai team who take inspiration from Yasuke's gameplay with heavy armor, large weapons, lots of health, deal lots of damage, but move a lot slower and can't climb very well. The samurai players can light candles and carry around torches to light up dark areas, and the shinobi can sneak through the shadows, and the map is dark for the benefit of balance. The shinobi characters can see better, have a wider field of view, and the samurai players have a narrow field of view with a much more over-the-shoulder centered camera, and then it's game on. The shinobi have to sneak through the castle, get past the samurai or incapacitate them, and the samurai have to hunt down the shinobi and defeat them before they complete their objective. So you'd have this cat and mouse style gameplay where each team's trying to outthink the other. Shinobi players can try and assassinate samurai players. The samurai players can stop it if they react quick enough. And as a shinobi player, going head to head against a samurai player in a fight is almost suicide. As shinobi, you could work together to try and isolate samurai players and 2v1 them, but even then it might be a struggle. Now, the modern Assassin's Creed games have a RPG fighting system that is somewhat Souls-like, and I think with some tweaks it could work for PvP, but if Ubisoft wanted to make this a dedicated multiplayer experience rather than just a side mode for Shadows, they could also implement the Art of Battle fighting system from For Honor. Now, if you haven't played For Honor, take it from me, it has one of the most well-designed melee combat systems in any game. And using the samurai and shinobi classes as a basis for PvP combat in the game I've described would be ideal. It could be balanced so that the samurai have a lot more health and do a lot more damage than the shinobi, so that the shinobi players are always incentivized to use stealth, but because Ubisoft have a lot of experience with this combat system now, it'd make it easier to implement. And I think overall it would just be more satisfying to use in a PvP scenario. So, to summarize, you take the setting, parkour and stealth from Assassin's Creed Shadows, the melee combat system of the samurai and shinobi classes from For Honor, and the overall concept of the Spies vs Mercs mode from Splinter Cell, and combine it all to make the ultimate Assassin's Creed PvP experience. Obviously this would work great in the Japanese setting, but in theory, they could set it across multiple eras as well. So you could have Renaissance assassins versus Templars, Masyaf assassins from the Crusades versus Knight Templars, and so on. You know, they could introduce different eras and different classes across different seasons, so that would add a lot of longevity to the game as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for the return of Assassin's Creed multiplayer, whether that be the co-op mode in Shadows or Invictus or Raid beyond that? Have a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next video.